Rose, on SMDC. I'm wondering how you see SMDC's profitability moving forward when we move to a more stringent accounting method for on a recognition of revenues from high-rise
Um, I learned that that will be postponed for now. No, there's no plan to do that. The interesting there is with the well, of course that evens out. The playing field will likewise be the same, Doris. Everybody has to go through that. But the interesting thing here is SMDC has 14 ongoing projects. Well, I think now it's 16, and probably by the end of the year, early next year, 15 or more. We will have projects being 100% completed in various stages, starting next year, starting this year, next year, 2013, and so forth. So there will always be projects that will be completed 100% at certain points in time. So we are working very hard to make sure that the income stream that we are hoping for would be matched by the construction progress that we have targeted.
But if it's postponed, do you think eventually there's still risk of the regulation?
Of it rearing its ugly head, of course. But we will always be there. I'm sure the real estate industry will always be there to champion this cause. Not just SMDC, but I think everybody will probably need more time to adjust to this type of an accounting practice. Something which we have been experiencing for several decades, and it's not easy to just change it overnight. So there will be efforts, I believe, to revive it, but there will be also efforts to either be able to be ready for it or to actually justify why it should not be implemented at certain points in time.
For Mr. Lim, since you're not availing of the REIT structure anymore, and you said further fundraising would depend on opportunities in the market, maybe know your options and how much more you're looking at in fresh funding if you need more for the second half.
No, actually, we're done with our funding requirement for the year, and actually including the first half of next year. So we're not looking at raising more money at this point in time.
The accounting principle on REA property business, you recognize your income based on the percentage of completion. No? So if you only complete 50% of your condominium, you should only report 50% revenue and 50% of the cost. No? That's, I guess, it's very reasonable. Now here comes the US accounting principle. May problema sila nung doon, nung 2008, di ba? Because many of the developers, following the that principle of percentage of completion, magaling yung mga kano no? Hindi nila, they report more than the percentage of completion of revenue. Pero doon sa cost, they report below the percentage of completion. So they have a rosy picture, but then it collapsed. No? So they now say the accounting profession in the US say, no, we should change that accounting principle. You can only recognize based on completion. When you complete the whole structure, that's the time when you recognize the sales and the cost. No? Which means some of the companies may have to recognize 2 years down the road because it will take 1 year or 2 years to complete your project. No? So, samantalang first year, second year, zero income ka. No? So, ito naman, I understand Japan and China has said, no, we will not follow your principle to the US. You have your own problem, you solve your problem. Don't bring your problem to us. Why should you insist on us, following that principle? So I understand the Philippines. We always want to be the good guys, so we follow. No, a good boy, we follow. Now, nakita nila problema pala yun, ano? Problema, biro mo lahat na yung kumpanya in 2 years. If we follow strictly on that, some of the companies will have no revenues, no income for certain number of years. For certain. So, they have now moved their petition against with the SEC to defer the implementation. So what is on SMDC? We recognize that this thing may come. So SMDC is a unique position because marami silang project. You know, they have 7 projects, 9 projects, and each project we cut it into stages. If there are 4 condominium, gawin na muna isa. No? Don't wait until completion of the 4. Gawin natin isa, no? This is what we're doing. So we made a simulation in SMDC. What if we apply that principle of percentage of completion? We did that exercise, and yes, the impact, there will be some impact, but it is not very significant for SMDC because we are already prepared for that. No? So that's answer.
Very good.
Good morning po, Ruben Castro Malayo. Just for record, doon po sa REIT, are you just concerned about the public ownership and not with the other provisions included in the tax component?
It's a bit difficult to comment on all the provisions of the implementing rules, no? But basically, we view the minimum public ownership as the most critical issue for us, given as what Mr. Shab said, and we felt that we should actually maintain control to have alignment of interest between the REITs and the REIT company and the sponsor.
I'd like to ask one question. You said that we have this beautiful arena. Sa picture pa lang okay ka na, no? But and then you said about the bulldog. Bulldog ba? Oh, what is bulldog?
Bulldog is the basketball team of National University. Okay, sir. National University is owned by, is it owned by SM or the C family? It's a private investment of the C family. That's why they're strongly, well, we also are strongly supporting the Bulldogs. so hopefully, the SM Arena will be a site for the UAAP games once it's open, and we will be watching more basketball from all of Asia Complex.
So I guess the SMDC, they have now the green, they have the blue, and now they will have the pretty
yellow.
They have the
yellow.
Bulldog. Yellow.
Yellow.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for coming. And, I'd like to thank also the staff of the Investor Relations Office who made this event or organized this event. Thank you very much.